I'm going to show you how to do a 50,000 lead sales research. And this is what you need to do. Let's get started. So first of all, the tools that you need will be number one, any sort of deep research tool, whether it's Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok for deep research, Perplexity, whatever tool that you want to use. Make sure that you have access to the deep research agent that's on these platforms, because we're going to be using it. And the next thing that you're going to need is your corporate identity. This is the one that I prepared earlier, just to give you some idea of what it contains. So it's very important that you do this exercise first before you get into it. So essentially, your corporate identity will tell the AI who you are, what you do, and where you're coming from, your highs, your lows, your philosophy. For me, your business should be your servant, not your master. True wealth is measured in time, not just money. Work Smarter died in 2010. Now we work automated. So those are some of my mantras. My brand manifesto, my brand colors, just for if it's doing any design work. I've got my story brand according to the SP7 framework that you should definitely check out. My one-liner elevator pitch based on the book. I've got my one-page marketing plan that goes through all of it, the different levels. Tell AI to generate all of this for you, and it will do that for you, which, we live in a great time. You don't have to read the book, but I do recommend you read these books because they are very amazing and quite insightful. You'll learn a lot about building your brand and how to do effective marketing from these books. Right, so once you have that, we can go into our research. I'm going to go into Google Gemini. I have a gem over here, which is sort of like your project in ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude. So if you go to edit, what I did was I gave it my current plan, what I'm planning to do, what my offering is. I've given it as well as a few other PDFs based on some experts in the field like Matt Gray, Alex Hormozi, Chris Donnelly. So these are some of my mentors that will help guide my AI along the way, and my AI will guide me. Now in this gem, I'm going to drag over my corporate identity, and I'm essentially going to tell it a story now. I'm going to tell it, I want you to do deep research for my ICP. My whole goal is to sell the corporate automation library. I'm not targeting people who are doing automation. I'm trying to focus on people who want automation, who need automation. I'm not sure who that is. I have vaguely defined my ICP, but I need you to help me do the research such that I'm able to sell to these people and appeal to them. It's mostly B2B. I think that I'm targeting entrepreneurs, solo founders, but they all experiencing maybe burnout, or they may be experiencing overwhelm and their business is not growing. So, but they must be earning a certain level to be able to afford my $47 per month plan, and maybe even the $297 plan, which is the Done With You Cal Elite. And if they want bespoke solutions, mention that we look for people that are also willing to invest in our bespoke packages that's probably in the thousands to $5,000 range. So they need to be earning a certain level. Let me know about headcount. I need to know about also the job titles, who they are, what they do, and I'm going to feed you a prompt about how to go about that. Alright, so what you see now was me using Voice Ink to transcribe everything that I've said right now. So that just makes it so much easier to get a lot of text out in a short period of time and for you to voice your opinions out. Now, the way we're going to do this research, you're also going to need a specialized prompt, which we have right over here. So this is the Sales Lead Research System Prompt template. And essentially, we go into the objective, research and identify the best fit, ICP, decision makers for my product. You have to fill in the placeholders yourself based on your product and service. This is covered mostly in my corporate identity document. So if you haven't mentioned this, you can mention it. You're going to ask some research questions, and then the output will give the company filters that we'll use in the next lecture, that will feed into our AI to do the search via Apollo and Apify. So yeah, if you want to get the tables, comment AI automation down below and you'll receive the full prompt that I use in the corporate automation library. So over here in this lecture, click on it and you'll find the prompt right over here at the bottom. So this will give you the full template. I'll show you the template that I've used, where I put my corporate identity here. It's basically a summarized version. I told it my objective, I gave it some research questions, the lead sourcing, and then the criteria. So this is just the template that you can get if you're part of the corporate automation library. And the whole goal is to get a format that we can plug into here that will generate a URL that will go out and scrape our leads. So that is our ultimate goal. So I'll show you some research that I did initially. Obviously, I'm going to redo this research based on what I've seen earlier. Was that I did the research. It gave me the whole profile. So I've gotten this profile more or less. But it sort of didn't understand who my client was, because it told me to look for these keywords, which is an easy mistake to make. And if I type in these keywords, it will take me more towards companies that are doing automation and not the ones that require automation that I can provide assistance to. So we have something like this that has company size 1 to 10 and maybe the exact same profile, but that has 10 to 100 employees in the company. Maybe ones that have different titles, job titles, and different keywords. So we're not going to scrape the full 50,000 just right away, because it's still going to take us a long time to get there. We can do some A/B testing between the different profiles. So at a later stage, I'll tell you how to evaluate how well your lead research was and what types of conversion did you get, so that we have the optimal profile to say, okay, companies with founders do really well, or company size that has 100 to 1,000 people, and we need to do all of these different tests to make sure that we find our ideal clients that convert based on our sales funnel. Yeah, if you need to check how I built this scraper that scrapes around 50,000 leads in one go, check this video right up here.